guys, welcome to another science lesson with HKM Math and Science. This video is about relationships between organisms, which is otherwise known as symbiosis. And the learning intentions for today is to understand the different relationships between organisms and how they affect one another. And the success criteria for today is to be able to define the term symbiosis, be able to understand how organisms affect each other in predation, mutualism, parasitism, and commensalism, and also be able to provide examples of predation, mutualism, parasitism, and commensalism. So just pause the video here and take a couple of minutes to write these down. Alright, so let's start off with the first success criteria, and that's to be able to define and understand the term symbiosis. So the definition is the interaction between two different organisms living in close physical association. And there are four main types of this, and we'll go into more detail in the next few slides. The first one is known as competition, next one's known as predation, then parasitism, and commensalism. And this occurs in both plants and animals, but we'll be only focusing on animals today. Alright, so the first type of symbiosis or interaction between two different organisms was competition. And organisms are said to be in competition when they both try to obtain the same resource. And these resources are often only available in limited amounts. For plants often compete for light, water, minerals, and space to grow, whilst animals compete for shelter, food, and water, or a mate. There is a constant struggle for survival, and many die, especially the young, old, and the weak, in the animal kingdom. Alright, so our next type of symbiosis or animal interaction was predation. So when one organism kills and eats another, the attacker is known as the predator, whilst the hunted organism is known as the prey, and the number of prey in a population will affect the number of predators. So in predation, one organism, in this case lions, are benefiting, whilst the prey are suffering and in the end, unfortunately, dying. Right, our next type of animal relationship is known as mutualism, and this is a relationship where two organisms live closely together and they benefit from each other. So it's different from predation because both the animals are benefiting. Alright, so the first example I have here is the cleaner shrimp and the fish. The cleaner shrimp eats the parasites on the fish, so that ultimately cleans the fish, while the fish feeds the shrimp with its parasites. The next one I have on the right is the oxpecker and the bird. The oxpecker feeds on the parasites on the ox's skin, just like the cleaner shrimp. In return, the ox is warned of predator attack when the oxpecker flies away, and in this case as well, both the animals benefit from one another. Right, now, next type of symbiosis is known as parasitism, and it is a relationship where one organism benefits from the relationship but the other is harmed. The parasite lives on or inside the organism, which is known as the host, and feeds off it. The parasite cannot survive without the organism or the host, and the parasite usually harms the host but rarely kills it, because killing the host usually means the parasite will die as well. Alright, so the first example I have on the left are fleas. This one's pretty common, it's common in pets as well. And fleas live on the skin of an animal and they suck blood. Another one is a tapeworm. Tapeworms live in the digestive system of animals, including humans, and they ultimately take food away from the host so it can live and grow. Alright, so the next type of symbiosis or animal interactions is known as commensalism. And in this case, it is a relationship in which one organism benefits and the other is unaffected. So the first example here is a bird nesting in a hollowed tree. This does not harm the tree but provides the bird with shelter and protection. The next one, we see a whale with barnacles. These things here on the whale are barnacles. Barnacles stick to the organisms such as whales. They grow and develop on these surfaces without negatively affecting the host. Like, they won't have any effect on the whale. Barnacles feed on the plankton and other food as the whales move through the ocean. So the barnacles are provided with food through the whale's movement, but the barnacles aren't affecting the whale in any way. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. Hopefully you guys are more aware of symbiosis and animal interactions by now, and that you guys can define the term symbiosis, to understand how organisms affect each other in predation, mutualism, parasitism, and commensalism, and can provide examples of all of these. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys all back online.